Okay, welcome back YouTube. This is hopefully going to be the last YouTube recording of this Twitch session. Picking up where we left last off, trying to hunt that bear. In theory, the bear should be dead, and we're now in the stage of trying to find where it ran off to before croaking. But bears, when they want to be, can be quite fast, so it might not be anywhere near where we were. And there is a deer corpse here, one of the natural deer carcasses. So the fact that we're not hearing crows means the crows are not out yet, which makes it a little bit harder to find carcasses that you've made. Normally the crows will circle overhead and make lots of noise if they've found a carcass. And apparently it's not the right weather for crows yet. And apparently this part of Canada is a very, very dangerous thing to human life. As you can see, there is
Looks like
every once in a while we're going to find dead human corpses. Ooh, peaches.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Okay, so it sounds like the crows are out and about now. That might help us start to find things. Right now the crows that we're hearing are the ones on
I need to drop
the deer corpse we walked past. You can see they're circling there. And those are the ones for the human corpse. So we can see one corpse there, one corpse there.
I could eat anything.
That's where I walked, I think. Thought I saw sticks in the snow, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna grab some sticks. No, those sticks are my footprints. And footprints aren't made of wood. There's a bunny.
Something's gotta go.
There's any corpses up there. Well, I should probably stop to try to warm the character up a bit. Oh, we must be getting close to a corpse somewhere. I can hear the crows in the distance. Or was that a flyover? That might have been a flyover. Anyway, let's warm up with the birch bark tea quickly. So I'm going to warm the birch bark tea up, and then we can drink it warm. And that will give us more warmth. And get us healing a bit to compensate for the fact that we've been losing so much condition damage to cold.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Maybe 2-6? Yeah, 2-6 should do it. So now we can disassemble some of the earlier ones. Alright, it's cooking. a little low in calories. So I'm getting awfully close to losing my well-fed bonus. You hear what sounds like crows on the far side of this ridgeline?
I think I need to lay
I
down.
don't think that's the bear. I think instead that is probably a deer carcass. That's usually there. I might go ahead and harvest that deer carcass anyway for its meat, because I'm running a little low on calories.
Too much stuff to carry.
Yeah, it's the deer carcass, not the bear carcass.
Wait. I'm so cold, I'm warming up again. Come on. It worked.
You know what? Place an herbal tea and place a cup of coffee. Hopefully enough calories in those that I can get the meat off this carcass before we lose well fed. Because it's so frozen, I'm gonna be faster to take the axe to it. Because this is the first time if you've been watching the whole way through that you'll have seen me use the axe on a corpse. And cook some porridge while we're waiting. So my character is uncomfortably close to losing that well-fed bonus. Yeah, much better. Is this corpse defrosted enough? Not really. But be able to tear into it with a knife and get the guts off at least. There is luckily a nearby cabin we can go dump these guts and stuff into here. Then we'll be back out looking for that bear. We haven't found the bear. And to be fair, by now, even if he wasn't dead, we probably would have
I'm not sure I can carry much
found
more.
him. Well, if he wasn't dead, we'd probably find him because he'd go back to his cave. So he's presumably dead out there somewhere. The difficulty is answering the question of where. Drop those guts off. Drop this deer hide off. And back out we go. are barking at something. There are human corpse here as well? That was one over there, but I don't seem to be sounding like they're coming from that direction. Let me get the rest of the torches out of here and we can go check to see if the crows have found what we're looking for. Might be just over that ridge.
Too heavy.
I think I searched you earlier? No, I haven't searched you earlier. Don't see the crows, which is making it harder to pinpoint where they are. They're right over there, but that doesn't sound like where it's coming from.
I need to find a place to rest.
No, not over here. Maybe they're still crowing at the place where the deer was, for whatever reason. That's what's throwing off my hearing. Maybe hearing's just thrown off. And what I'm hearing is the one for the human corpse. That would explain why I'm not seeing them, because they're not where I think they are.
All I can think about is food.
He's thinking about food. I'm not thinking as much about food. I'm thinking about where's the bear? Because I've got plenty of food, right? I can go harvest, or can go eat the venison by leaving the zone. But I'd prefer to not do that until I've found my lump that is a bear. At least got the bear hide off the lump. Just in case he despawns. Which will make him even harder to find. Is he in the middle of the thing the entire time? No, that's the human corpse. Never mind. I remember which corpse they're circling over now. So there's the human, so he's obviously not that corpse. Well, this will be a bit of a sad way to end the stream. I can't actually find him because he has 3 of my arrows.
Can't feel my hands.
clearing. Quiet clearing would imply no bear.
Goddamn freezing.
Oh, you're circling something. That actually looks like that might be the bear. Yep, that's the bear. I probably walked past it in the game last night. So some of you can probably point out the exact time when I saw it on screen and didn't recognize it was a bear.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Arrows. Get this fire started. Much like the first bear carcass, we'll probably eat the first cooked piece of bear meat that comes off this carcass. Because I can tolerate a 1% risk of parasites. Yeah, we got 13 minutes to get what we can off this bear. Looks like axe is going to be the way to go. Yeah, we'll take 1 kilogram of meat off this bear with the axe. And we'll eat the porridge, and we'll start cooking bear meat. Okay, looks like because of how frozen it is, it's still better to go at it with the axe.
Drop any of this gear.
Okay, it's probably defrosted enough that I can go at it with the knife now more efficiently. Yeah, knife is now more efficient. Okay. Let's say we've got an hour worth of hacking that we can use to take stuff off of here. So we can get about 7 kilograms of meat off with the knife.
I'm so tired, I could just lay down right here.
Another arrow on the fire. I'm going to drink a birch bark tea to slow down the rate that we're losing damage. It's now defrosted enough that I can take off the hide. The hide, again, is the big value item that we're hunting the bear for, so from here on out, if the weather goes real south, we can abandon the bear carcass without any real risk. I've got another 25 minutes on this batch of meat cooking. In which case we can go 3 kilograms off the carcass. And at this point we probably have enough guts, so the guts are the real low priority item. I'd rather get the meat off than the guts. Some more sticks on the fire. Another hour of harvesting meat off the bear. Did we lose? Yes, we did. So it's time to drink the next birch bark tea. And back to harvesting. Another 7 kilograms. Obviously need to put more fuel in the fire and keep harvesting. Another 7 kilograms. Yeah, this knife is starting to reach the point where I'm going to start have to contemplate finding a sharpening stone to get it sharpened. Otherwise I'll have to make a new knife, and I want to avoid doing that
Something's
for
gotta
as long
go.
as possible.
Getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Last batch of sticks on the fire. Maybe I'll go a little more after that.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
He's not completely wrong about that. We are going to need to eat soon, but when we give up on trying to harvest this carcass, we'll probably go over to where the deer are, where our deer meat is, and eat a bunch of deer meat.
I need to find food.
30 minutes. 30 minutes, we can get 2 guts off fairly easily. I'm going to drink one of the cups of coffee I have, just so we stop losing fatigue damage for a bit, and get us a bit of calories so that we can postpone needing to eat a bit. Okay, so that is legitimately the last of the fuel I can put on this fire. So we're not going to get everything off of this carcass. There will be a few guts left on it, but we've gotten all the really high prize items off the carcass. I don't have the ability. Oh, I do have the ability to make some more coffee. Let's make a little bit more coffee. We've been drinking a bunch of coffee recently. Sadly, the coffee, I believe Interloper is not renewable. The birch bark is renewable, the coffee isn't. Alright, I think we can get one more gut off. We can tap our herbal tea. The delay. Losing the well-fed bonus. Okay. Try not to lose it. And I suppose technically herbal tea is also non-renewable. But the benefit the herbal tea is getting is usually outweighed a lot by things like birch bark tea. So if you had to choose between which you would prefer not having renewable, you'd probably actually want the birch bark tea, which is the one that isn't non-renewable, to be the non-renewable one, or to be the renewable one so you can keep getting it. So I'm not that worried about running out of herbal tea. Okay, so I don't want him to still be outside the door here when I come back out, so I am going to try to get him to run off before I go in. Okay, so we drop all the guts there. We drop bear hide there. Now our goal is just to get back and eat ourselves some tasty venison before we end this session. And now we have the clock ticking on when we can make the bear hide coat. The bear hide coat will help a lot with keeping this character warm. Because it'll be, I think it raises the outer warmth level from 2 to 6. It might even raise the wind resistance from like 2 to 4 or something. So it's definitely like 4 to 6 more cold resistance, basically, in most situations, which is really nice. Because that, in this situation, for example, might be enough to get us going from... Well, as you can see, now that I'm in wind shelter, I'm in only -1 echelon, right? It'd probably make it so that not being in wind shelter, I'd be in -1 echelon. So as I said before, this is probably going to be the last video in this Twitch stream slash recording session. I ended up actually going for 7 videos this session. I was originally planning on going for 6. So this should provide YouTube videos, as far as the Long Dark is concerned, for about another week. Almost certainly within that week I'll have come around for another recording session. So if you're on YouTube, there will probably be a video up at 6 PM, probably still Long Dark, to the following day after you watch this. I do need a little more calories. We're still running into that problem of we're not quite to our venison to fill our calorie needs. So I think this is me being used to playing on Stalker. On Stalker, I think you consume calories 10% slower. So the calories will just last longer. So we're going to pass through the transition zone into the canyon. We've got a big pile of meat in the canyon, so we can eat all that meat. And then I'm going to come back We're going to do a long rest in that cabin we're walking past. And that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Can't feel my feet.
If you have any questions on any of the game mechanics in Long Dark, feel free to let me know. And if you've caught me live, I'll probably explain it live in the video. If you've put it in the YouTube comments, I'll probably try to answer it in the comments. And if I think it's important, I might even bring it up
I'd lay down
in the next
right
recording
here
session.
if I thought I'd ever wake up again.
And when we've got our glorious character Will here, who is complaining about how tired he is. Because, to be fair, legitimately, he's been up for quite a while at this point, so he probably deserves to be tired. But at least one thing we've been doing for him, we've been keeping him well fed. It might be an overly high protein diet, but you know,
Damn.
he's been having
Freezing.
calories. There's the pile of meat. Okay. Now to get back to the sleeping spot, and I'll end the stream there. So right now, at this point, you probably, if you've been watching on YouTube, the last of the Path of Exile streams videos should be up and posted. If you have any suggestions or well, if you have any suggestions for future Path of Exile builds you'd like to see, please feel free to let me know. If I think they're interesting to show off, I'll try showing them off. I mostly run homemade builds, so if you want to see a build done horribly, but yet, at this point I'm good enough at making homemade builds that I can usually make them play into endgame. At least into maps. So if you want to see someone sort of fail at building a build, feel free to give me a suggestion on what you want to see. But right now, what's taken that place is Frostpunk 2. There was a short stint of Frostpunk in there that's now since passed. But this is where I'm going to end this stream, so if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, feel free to let me know in the comments of YouTube, or I suppose in the Twitch chat in the future. So until next time, this is where the stream and the video is going to end. So catch you later.